All right, so let me just get the shilling out of the way. Please give my other channels a chance, and please give this channel a chance by supporting it further via super chats and/or channel memberships, or however you like. Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't make this promise. I kept promising this person to try to do something with setting up the buy coffee or something. I don't usually have what the others have, the link tree. I'm not against it. I just didn't find the time. I was actually trying to work on a research project. I didn't get too much to that, but I did get some headway. And I'm going to linger on the whatever, giving money to a channel because I want to introduce Natalie's because I know the older subscribers probably know who Natalie is, but some people stepping in are like, "Who is this? What is that?" Well, the basic gist is that Aaron, I don't want to call it protesting, but has basically annoying people locally in Clearwater to make content for growing up in Scientology, and he was doing it blatantly to sort of imitate Streets LA, who was doing a similar tactic in Los Angeles. Good or bad, Streets has gotten a lot of subscribers and made a lot of money. So Aaron just decided to copy. Just added a few twists, like he has pizza and beer. To give him some credit, he does that. I mean, Streets basically just goes out there. If you want to join him, fine. He's not going to really help you with anything. He's not going to buy you a meal, as far as I know. So at least Aaron does that. And it just kept escalating with basically his gang becoming more extreme. And finally, Aaron, just out of amusement, attacked a Sea Org Scientology official. Again, I want to be careful. We don't quite know who this guy is either. But he filmed himself doing the crime, and he made a police report, and now Aaron is jail for committing a second crime. So Natalie and his friends have stepped in and tried to do content for his channel. And I thought I would be able to do like a nice, simple, oh, Natalie is, grifter, but not as bad as Jenna or Aaron. She's officially on his foundation, although what she does is not clear because she's technically the treasurer. Although her insanely bad grammar would lead me to believe she doesn't really have any real duty. These are just, it is like Scientology all over again. You just have titles saying, you're Captain Omega, Commander of X. And you're like, okay, does that really mean anything? So the short gist with Natalie is publicly, because this happened, this is very big, so I can't really avoid it. She had her significant other, because people said, oh, that's not a husband. She wasn't married. Okay, I really don't care, guys. I mean, I'm not really trying to get into the private lives of these psychopaths. But if you guys want to keep delving into it, but hey, by all means. But in any case, a person she was with for a significant time died due to disease. That became a big issue with the SPTV people and Aaron's fans. And on her own channel, I wouldn't quite say she covered Scientology. Basically, she just was clipping a lot of content from other protesters, including Aaron. And for a time, that's all she did. She just played small clips, made some comments, and those were the videos. But as Aaron had more and more fights and arguments, again, sometimes they were legit, but for the most part, he was just victimizing, browbeating, and harassing people. More and more protesters were like, no, please don't play my content. I'll do a copyright strike. And I was like, okay, I'm not playing your content anymore. So those went away. And more she concentrated on just a very small group of guests. And even that has gone away. It used to be Reese, Jenna, Aaron, and a few others. And then he just stopped putting out anything altogether, saying, guys, I'm not making money, so I'm done. And I thought, okay, well, that's legit. She is a grifter, but she's not as bad. But she's also not as good as I think people think. And this is where I'm going to go back to talk about myself. Usually for the channel memberships, I'm always trying to do something for the tiers. So if you go to the basic tiers, there's a ton of videos. I'm trying to put videos for the other tiers. There are already videos, but I'm trying to do more. So you get something for, right, kicking in extra. I mean, I find this extraordinary. So I'm going to try to give her 1 point. But yeah, you're like, really? Really? So the basic channel membership starts off at $4.99. And again, if you know the channel, I'm a very strong critic of Nora. Nora knows, Nora True Crime. She keeps changing the channel names. Maybe she'll change it today. Those are the recent channel names. And Nora, I will grant, is much more clever here. She's not totally stupid, although she is insanely dumb. I mean, this woman can't keep simple European nation states straight in her head. She thinks European countries just disappear. I'm not joking with you. I can prove that. She actually said that. She also seems to know very little about other parts of geography, just basic facts of history. She just gets a lot wrong. But to give her something, Nora, when she charges for channel memberships, kind of went the opposite route. She charges 99 cents. So she's kind of intelligent. She knows, well, my content is kind of worthless. So I really can't ask for too much. I start off, I'm trying to think. I think mine starts off at $2.99, which might seem pricey, but there are a ton of videos, guys. So I think there's a proportion. I think, okay, 49 is kind of steep, but there you go. At least she does have videos. A lot of these guys, a lot of the SPTV people don't give anything. They're just like, yeah, hand over the money. Period. And again, you can say many things about L. Ron Hubbard, that one thing that is, I'm not speculate, this is part of the doctrine, this is part of the religion, philosophy, this is just there. You always get something for a payment, right? For a service, you pay something, you get a service. Some of these SPTV people don't give you anything. I mean, I guess you get loyalty badges. That's about it. But they don't really offer anything for paying them all this at a monthly basis. And I just want to linger on this because this is extraordinary. So for the first tier, it's $4.99, but 15 plus videos. Okay, that's pretty good. And loyalty badges, custom emoji. For the next level, Squirrel, $9.99 a month. And it says exclusive members only videos. I don't see any. Member shoutouts and photos and status updates. Okay. Going further is Not Today Thetan. That's actually stealing from Nora, ironically. $24.99 a month. Yes, $25. Discounted merchandise. And then we got Suppressive Person, $49 and then 99 cents. And I will be honest, I think I misread that initially. I thought, like, wait, you're charging $500 a month? Really? I'm not joking. Some of these SPTV people want to charge you $500 a month. I'm like, huh? But now let's get to the Streets LA interview. Really, there's not much to say. It was just very much breezy interview saying, hey, Streets, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm great. Hey, Ronis is in jail. Yeah, he's in jail. This is terrible. And again, I only saw little bits and pieces because not much was going to happen. I mean, Streets is not a lawyer. He's not a legal expert, so really can't weigh in on the case. It's also hilarious because Streets has stayed away from the channel for a long, long time. I'm sure he's in the chat here or there. I rarely see him anymore. He's definitely not been there physically in Florida. Guys, this guy has tons of money, so he could show up in Florida at any time with Jenna. I'm just going to stay away from all this nonsense. So, really, he's just a very distant ally. He does support Aaron. He's not attacking or criticizing, but he's like, yeah, I'm just going to count my money in California, do my grift here. You guys, say la vie. But I guess symbolically, he's like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess I'll show up. So he's just talking to Natalie, saying, yeah, this is going to backfire on them. They don't want this kind of attention. And Natalie's like, you're right. They don't want this kind of attention. And on it went. But I'm going to try to see the whole thing. I mean, I can't deny that Streets is a charismatic, effective speaker. But here's the problem. Well, there's two problems. One, Natalie has already spoken to Streets several times, right? They already have several interviews. I listened to those interviews. So even if you put those interviews behind the paywall, I got the basic gist, and they're not very substantive. They're just always the fans, especially the female fans, going, "Oh my God, dude, William, good! Oh my God, you're amazing! Oh my God!" And listen, we can't be naive here. I mean, Aaron's a racist, so we kind of know what's going on here. That Streets is like, Aaron is a very nice man. I don't agree with him all the time, but we're united in stopping the Scientologists. Everyone's. I mean, this is proverbial paid off black friend to stand near you so you can be like, appear less racist than you really are. As is Natalie's role, and it's all very blatant. It's all very obvious. It's just what it is. There was one thing I was very curious that they touched upon, which is hilarious and kind of shows you how karma is working all the way through with this cult. I don't mean Scientology. So someone is asking, oh, so did you get the money for all these lawsuits? Because Streets has been getting in lawsuits with all these, quote, Scientologists or pro-Scientology allies. They're not technically official members of the church. Just going out to all these back and forths. And again, maybe he's lying, maybe they get a lot of money. But apparently he had to sadly report that, yeah, I really didn't get any money. And they're like, what? because apparently one of them, Francois, again, this is his claim. Maybe it's not true. I mean, I'm not sure how this makes any sense, but anyway, that the Le Pub owner has so many debts that basically he has to wait in line, and his lawyers just gave up, right? Because basically they're just so far down the line. She owes these other people that she's not even going to be able to get to Streets. So apparently she was forced, I guess, to pay off the retainer, right? So she had to pay for Streets' lawyers, their fee, and that is about it. But he didn't really make any real money from these lawsuits. But you know me, we play devil's advocate here, so we try to at least give it a chance. So Streets began the usual not productive. This is not religion, guys. Scientology is a cult. Well, whether you guys like it or not, I mean, that debate has been done and it's over. In fact, Gary Armstrong, a real activist, has cautioned people don't even bother. Like it or not, the courts do recognize Scientology as a religion. You are free to mock it and make fun of it or say it should not be called a religion, but there are just now so many court cases that is not in dispute, and also not technically relevant in most cases. People are like, well, they're using the religious thing to defend themselves. But as far as I know, it is law that you can't do that really. I mean, right now, if you commit a crime, you commit a crime. You can't just pull your religious status. In magic, it's not a crime. I mean, Alison Mack recently was in jail with Nexium. I don't think if she really labeled, oh, Nexium's a religion, now everything's good. That's not how it works. So anyway, Streets just went on a tangent saying, well, if it's not really a cult, we didn't have a conversation, we have a debate. You run away from me. Yeah, you keep yelling and screaming at people. So it's like, anyway, so they chatted for a few hours, but Streets is confident, Aaron will be a hero. You'll see. He's my hero. And you're like, okay. And Natalie was just nodding. Like, there we go. But this video did do a lot better than the other recent videos. Like the Pharaoh Cheryl video did far less helicopter. Frankly, even Natalie's videos. There you are. It is one of the bigger videos that Aaron has had in a while. Give him that. But I don't have much to say about the drug dealing, shifty businessman, grifter. I mean, his last big thing was having a war with a barbershop. No, I'm not joking, guys. He was literally, I'm going to put this barbershop in jail. You're like Scientology. You're my enemy. I'm going to destroy you. And no, I'm not. Yes, a barbershop. He went to war with a barbershop. Okay. Well, there we go. That's a very serious anti-cult activist and religious expert. What am I doing? Studying Plato and the Greek? The Bible? Who cares about that stuff? And there you go. Again, if you want to support the channel memberships are open. Thanks for listening. Be safe.